So
That meal was delicious.
So, Randy,
Yes.
I want to ask you.
Yes.
Growing up in a Mexican household,
God, I fucking hate you.
growing up in a Mexican household and being the only son, did you play Pokemon?
No.
No,
No.
never.
To be honest with you, no. I didn't like Game Boy games, nothing. Card collecting, nothing. Crazy enough, my sister Daisy, ton of cards. Still to this day from like the 90s. Ton of cards.
Pokemon cards and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, she might have some money on her hands. Low
Here's
key.
the thing. None of it's taken care of.
Got you. So it's like, fuck, I forgot. How, like,
What's
it.
What's the top? It's 10, right?
Yeah, 10.
They're
I think
all
it's-
probably like P3, P2.
Crazy.
Yeah, like they're really bad condition.
I get it. Like, you probably got them as a kid and you're playing.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was never about collecting. It was just for.
But did you ever play any Pokemon games growing up or no?
No, dude. Pokemon, like I guess, like entered my cerebral. What the fuck am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Entered my fucking.
Entered my domain.
It entered my path in life. Like I really started only recognizing it until like high school, and then people were like, "What? You didn't watch the original cartoons?" Yeah, but it's like I was already watching Yu-Gi-Oh, and then already in high school, I'm like still catching up with Shippuden, and then like Attack on Titan just came out and shit. You know, like so things like that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna watch Pokemon.
So did you ever play any Pokemon games?
Crazy enough, the first Pokemon game I've ever played was Fire Red, and that was in high school when the emulator, like the first emulator, started coming out on the phones.
Yeah. Would you play it on your phone?
Yeah, my phone, my old
Okay.
Samsung.
You know what's funny? Shout out my friend, shout out Brandon.
He's the one that got us all into it.
No, well,
The emulators, right?
oh no, not even that. He says that he won't play on emulators because they feel fake. Because like you can't save it, and I understand.
I respect that.
That makes sense,
Yeah.
obviously, because it's not like Pokemon. Literally, like you can transfer stuff from like so back then to now.
Yeah,
I literally saw a video of someone doing it from like Pokemon Stadium all the way to the most current Pokemon. But I do think that is ending because they have this like middleman called Pokemon Bank, and they're shutting that down.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they only have Pokemon Home. But you never had a DS growing up?
crazy enough, I did, but I had
And no Pokemon games.
no Pokemon games
Very interesting.
at all, dude.
You're a funny little guy.
My DS, I had.
So you had a DS, but no Pokemon games.
Yeah, fuck. What games did I have for DS? They were weird games too. Like the, growing up in a Mexican household, I didn't. You know, my dad tried to give me everything I wanted. You know, of course,
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Hey, Dad, can I get a PSP?" So like, all right then. But he made it sure he's like, "You're gonna get it. Just give me like time, like legitimately." And then like the thing is, I would like my dad always such a good fucking dad. He hid shit he bought for my mom for me. Because my mom didn't like me playing video games in the house. So, like, my dad was all like, hey, go look at the trunk of the car, green box, empty it out, put it in your room under your pillow. That's how he would do it.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, like, legit, dude. But, like, here's the thing. Because of that, we didn't go to GameStop together.
Yeah.
My dad, like, would buy the games.
Sorry, did you want them to just come out here immediately or wait for you guys in there?
Well, I told them to wait at the driveway, but since you heard them, I mean, just have them wait in the living room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just start back real quick.
All right.
So 3, 2, 1. So basically, so your dad would give you the games like on the low key so your mom wouldn't find out.
Yeah, and
It
then
was
so
like you're moving drugs.
and he would buy games. So like, you know, he'd be like, which one's a good game? You know, shit like
Yeah.
that. And of course, there's a thing, right? Like I could have sworn there was like a thing about GameStop like having a quota to sell shitty games.
I don't know.
Like they have a quota to sell used and shitty games.
Like, excuse me, sorry. Like they have a quota to sell the least popular games just to get them out of the store.
Yes.
I could kind of believe that, especially like when a parent walks up and a parent's like, "What's a good game for my little sonny?"
So my dad hit the nail with the hammer or nail on the head, whatever the fuck it say. He got me God of War Chains of Olympus for PSP. Like that was a fucking banger, you know? But for the DS, he got me like none of them were actually like Nintendo titles.
It was like all the other titles.
Yeah,
you
like
get on
none of
the
them.
DS,
Like it wasn't Mario, Donkey Kong, nothing like that.
Did you ever get Call of Duty on the DS?
Crazy enough, no. My dad said that game looked whack, and I'm not gonna lie.
No, your dad has good taste. That game, I never bought it, but I played it. It's like it's insane. It's like it's like thanks for the attempt, but you didn't have to do this.
Yeah. So I grew up. This is gonna turn into a game thing now. So I grew up with a Nintendo 64. That was the first console. Well, no, it's not the first console. My two eldest sisters got a Super Nintendo, and then of course the Nintendo 64 came out when they were like 12 and 13. Of course they're gonna want a console. My dad bought them a brand new Nintendo 64. But the thing is, my dad wouldn't go to GameStop. He didn't like, because GameStop really isn't the thing where like if you don't have money you're gonna go, because GameStop's like brand new games, expensive as shit. Yeah. And in this early 90s, I doubt they're doing used games at the time. They're pretty much like just all brand new shit. So the place my dad thought to get games was always the pawn shops.
Okay, that's interesting.
So my dad bought 4 specific games. He bought Smash Bros, the original Nintendo 64 one, James Bond 007, GoldenEye,
classic,
fucking banger of a game.
I played it once in my life.
Some weird,
but I know it's a classic.
I don't know if Nick can. It's I think it's unlicensed now. Like you can use it. Just quick. I'll find it. It's a quick video or whatever. It's a Japanese fighting game.
Okay.
They look like Power Rangers, and it's like insane. Like, and it's I think it's considered the worst fighting game ever created.
Does it? Well, obviously, but do you know its name?
I don't. That's what I'm trying. I have a video saved in my liked videos.
Yeah. Let me know.
So I'll find it. And like it's so bad, but the music's so good. It's Star Fox 64, which is my personal number one game in my entire life. Like, it's always my number one on the list.
Couldn't even take this guy to go see Super Mario Galaxy because when they showed Star Fox, he went crazy.
I went full like fat kid in a candy factory. It's a fucking Star Fox, dude. I know that guy. That's Fox McCloud. And then like they show the little anime scene. Like, dude, that's Slippy Toad. That's Peppy Hair. And that's Falco. I forgot his last name.
And it's also Glenn Powell.
Which is funny.
Take me back to.
But yeah, so that was the Star Fox 64 was the only game I liked because that game you could play. Well, of course you could do it also in Smash Bros. But you can beat the entire story of Star Fox like in 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's a very short game, but it's so fun. It's one of the first ever like first person. No, it's not first person. It's like a third person shooter. What is it called? Railway game or whatever. It's so good, and it was one of the first games to have like full on voice acting. And when I saw that, my fucking brain exploded. By the way, this is around the time when the Xbox just came out, the first one.
The OG one. Okay.
Yeah, and then but we're still rocking the Nintendo 64. So like the voice acting was just like that threw me off. Dude, it was like holy shit, that's because like you play like Ocarina of Time, you play Banjo-Kazooie. It's literally just sounds. What is Banjo?
Yeah.
Oh, huh?
Yeah.
Well, unless you play like Conker's Bad Fur Day, which was like on the cusp. It was Conker's Bad Fur Day was released like 2 months before the GameCube came out. So yeah, I mean it was kind of.
Yeah, no, I get you. It's for me. It was like when the PS3 came out, everybody was like, "Look at the way they're saying the words. Like it's like they're saying it."
Yeah,
like,
dude. Like it's not.
Yeah, like or stuff like that.
And then again, a lot of those American companies started making American games.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the games were from Japan, and then we'd have to like translate it, and then like mouth movement really doesn't work out for a lot of games. But the Xbox 360 came out, still didn't get it. The most advanced thing I had in the house was a PSP. But I'm not gonna lie, that I think we've talked about this story before. They took it away from me in elementary.
And then it got stolen. Yeah, we have. But real quick, though, just to round that off. So no Pokemon games.
No Pokemon.
Through all
but my dad, sounds so mean to say it. I shouldn't say it like this then. My dad put me on an addiction of a game company.
Come on, Pops.
So my dad goes, like the Xbox just came. The Xbox 360 was just announced. The white one, and then like my dad goes, hey, do you want it? And I go, yes, I do. And he goes like, all right, but do you want to wait? Like, I'll buy you a new game for the Nintendo 64. They stopped making these games like, what, 6 years ago? He was like, let's go to a pawn shop. And there it was. My dad goes, hey, remember that game that you could play in the arcade, the fighting game, Mortal Kombat? This is Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Play it. And then that's when my fucking brain went, this is the greatest video game series in my entire life. And then I dedicated my whole life to it.
Jesus. And you're like, and that's why I think the deep.
That's why I think the deep is the cage.
That's crazy.
Dude, sharks attack cages. Remember that?
I hate you.
That is so stupid.
You know what's funny? That sounds like something the deep would say on his like deep thoughts the deep.
What was the DS games? I had the first DS, the fat one. It wasn't the light.
It was called the Game Boy Advance.
No, I had the DS. It was a fat gray DS.
Okay, I swear to you,
That's the first one.
The Game Boy. Oh, you're probably right. Because they had the Nintendo DS and then they had the Nintendo DS Lite.
Yes.
But I could have swore the Game Boy Advance is like the pocket one. No, that's the Game Boy Color.
The Game Boy Advance is the purple one. The Game Boy Color is the rectangle one. The Game Boy SP is the flip one.
Okay. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Now. Yeah. So, oh wow, yeah, the fat DS.
Yeah, I had the first one.
Yeah.
And I think it's the 2004. It was this one.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
It looks like a MacBook.
Yeah, that's a classic one. It does look like an old MacBook. For DS, dude, I had two DSs growing up, and I have no idea where they went, but I just remember I got the game Dragon Quest, and Dragon Quest, I think 9 or 7.
It's the creator of Dragon Ball Z. Right?
Yeah. No, dude, some of the illustrations are like, wait, why did these people have Gohan's hair?
I have to look it up, like games.
Which one?
For like the DS. Like I genuinely had, because I genuinely can't. Then again, I played a lot of Game Boy games on the DS.
Yeah, because you had the port where you could put, there you go. You had the port where you could put the Game Boy Advance games in.
Yeah.
That's
I think I only had 3 DS games.
Do you know which ones they are?
That's what I'm looking at
All right. Well, anyways, I'll go on my little tangent. I had a DS. I had 2 DSs, and then I don't know where they went. But the games I remember I got like a puppy game, and I was like, this game sucks. And I remember I got rid of that. I had Dragon Quest, which is like, that one was pretty cool because it kind of reminds me of like Pokemon, if anyone's ever played that, to be honest. Kind of reminds me of that turn-based style game and all that. And you're like an angel, and you like come down, and basically like you can have people on you. You know what I realized? I guess that probably started like my whole like I like fantasy games a lot, obviously. And I feel like Dragon Quest was one of those things where I was like, I like those concepts of games where it's like it's you, and then you have like, I guess, NPCs with you who are your buddies, and you basically go on and you do quests like that. I feel like that's always been fun to me. I feel like obviously games have evolved and they're like that. And you know what? It makes me think of like Fallout 4. And I wish Fallout 4, you know what? I wish Fallout 4 you could have more companions with you.
Yeah, instead of just one, right?
Instead of just one, like at least.
I want my bitch and my dog.
Sure. At least like.
Sure.
at least 2 of them. Like at least 2 companions.
Does this look
cool.
all bad that I'm just looking at my fucking.
Yeah, just come back
whatever.
to it later. But don't worry, I held it together.
Yeah.
So, anyways, in Fallout 4.
B movie. I have a B movie game.
That's crazy.
Another obsession. Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay, so for Fallout 4.
Uh-huh.
Who would you have if you could have 2 companions with you?
2 companions? Kate and Piper.
You're a man's man, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Nah, but if I was
Scarface.
If I was being real, I'd have Piper. I always like her commentary.
Mm-hmm.
I like Piper's commentary, and then Preston. Just the good boy crew.
Thruple. No, I'm just kidding. I'd have I feel like I'd have Codsworth. I'd have Codsworth and probably Kate.
I can't have dog meat because he gets in my fucking way.
And you hit him and he whimpers?
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't want to hit you, but
yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Now I understand how, what's his name, that football player, Michael Vick was. You know, like I understand it now.
So unfortunately, the Crickets couldn't make it here today, but they were there for that joke. I'm gonna let you sit in it.
Let me marinate real quick.
Yeah, let me marinate it real quick. So I know I keep jumping back and forth, but just real quick to kind of close it, so we're closing topics and rounding them up. You never played Pokemon, but do you have a favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, I
talked
do.
about
We
it,
have, and like everyone keeps making fun of it. Like just because it's my favorite Pokemon doesn't mean it's my favorite fighting Pokemon. Pokemon.
I don't even think this guy
Jesus.
knows Pokemon.
It's like, oh yeah, Blue Eyes White Dragon, one of my favorite Pokemon.
Clip that one. Randy, who is your favorite Pokemon?
All jokes aside, no Peanuts, because I just think it's a cool ass companion of Bidoof.
There you go. That's the one. The Bidoof.
But if I'm gonna be a joker, you're like, oh, funny guy, Lunicolo or Lombre. Dude, I fucking love those foods so much.
I was like, wait, who?
Dude, those foods like the little Mexican Pokemon, fire. I love them. Lombre, Lotad, and Lunicolo. I fucking love those boys.
Guys, I mean, if you know me, you know my profile picture, but ironically, that's not my favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is Wobbuffet. It's always been Wobbuffet. And, you know, that's just...
Specifically, it was Gabriel who's just like, Bidoof can't be your fucking favorite. That's a weak-ass Pokemon. I'm like...
No.
What, you don't... I don't have my cat because it's a great fighter. Like, you know?
Guys, what's funny is that every Pokemon is somebody's favorite. His favorite Pokemon's Bidoof. My favorite Pokemon's Wobbuffet. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Put it in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and hit like.
You know what's funny? And then someone's going to get mad. And someone's going to be like, grown men talking about Pokemon.
Oh, remember that? Whoever will put that.
No, dude.
There was something else,
dude.
though.
No, it was about pickles. Okay.
No, there was another thing. It was a month ago.
I bet. So look at 2 podcasts ago, I had brought up pickles, and I guess I really hurt the pickle community. And
you threw me off talking about like you tainted the bread. I was like,
the picky eater thing. I literally had somebody comment. I had 2 comments that stuck out to me. One comment was some guy who was like, "Grown man doesn't like pickles? Huh. Lock in, buddy." And I was like, how did you make not liking pickles toxic masculinity?
I was just like, how can I prove to him that me eating pickles is superior to him?
Yeah, I'm manly. And then the second person says, well, you're not really a picky eater. It's actually performative that you don't like pickles because the Chick-fil-A cutlets are soaked in pickle juice. So this is kind of like when people say they don't like tomatoes, but they like ketchup. And I'm like, bro, how is it that deep? And then I looked at it.
Bro, saying it's performative is performative. Fuck this shit.
I think
I apologize for cursing this much, but God, when I hear people talk about like performative,
that was pretty performative of you to bring up how they're being performative. But you know what? The thing with ketchup is I think it's because it's the sugar. I think that's why people like it compared to like the tomato.
So you ever see those?
Someone's gonna get mad at that.
You ever see those videos where like someone talks about a band that's well known and they're like, oh, so underrated?
Yeah.
So I smoke cigarettes. I smoke American Spirit Blues, the light blues.
Mm-hmm.
It's
pretty performative.
So look, that's what I thought they were gonna say. Someone goes like, is it me or does the internet not show real cigarettes anymore? It's because someone was smoking the blue spirits and is like, oh, those are really good cigarettes. And he's all like, but no, everyone wants to be like, oh, as a performative meme right now, everyone's all like, Newport's greatest cigarette ever. I think Newports are shit. And there was a whole ass column on Reddit, dude, that was like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I'm not going to get into this. And then you end up reading like 40 minutes of this whole argument of like 1,000 different people talking about it, about who's the better cigarette. At the end of it, everyone's just like, it's cooler if you just don't smoke.
You know what, dude? That's pretty performative to tell you that it's cooler just not to smoke.
You know what's cooler? Being healthy.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. You know what's cool? Being healthy.
You know what's awesome? Holding your breath for more than 20 seconds without choking.
See, dude, I just realized now you're going to get Big Tobacco mad at you.
You know what, dude?
Dude, you just
They shouldn't. American Spirits, Bang my line.
Dude, all right, you know what, bro? I gotta cut this off, dude. You can't keep using the podcast to try to get sponsors from these big.
That's all I want to do. You know what? Here's another one.
You're just gonna be one big ad.
Pizzanista, you sponsored our first video. We actually didn't do anything with that. Bang my line again.
Dude, Pizzanista. We know that if you're watching, and we know that you are.
We know that you are.
Don't bang this guy's line, dude. Nobody needs to bang this guy's
Bang
line.
my line, serve me pizza, and I'll wear your shirt the entire next 20 episodes.
Cigarettes.
That's
were
crazy.
Cigarettes were very performative of you.
They are.
Yeah. Very, very incel. I'm just kidding.
About that one.
I know. No, trust me, dude. You can say whatever you want, and the internet's gonna get mad about it.
Yeah, dude.
People are gonna get upset. But what I love about now, to wrap this all up, I opened up with Dave Chappelle, and I'm gonna end with Dave Chappelle.
Wait, before that.
Okay, sure.
One more performative, or one more thing. One more thing that the internet's gonna hate you for.
Oh yes.
It's been a while. I posted a TikTok that blew up about me making a 9/11 joke in Disneyland on the Toon phone. Everyone's talking about, oh, it's a 9/11 joke. This is really funny. Or it was either really funny, or they're talking about like my how I can change. Like they're like, oh, this guy's face changed his facial acting very quickly. But there was one of them that stuck out to me that I hated so much.
What'd they say?
They could be like, this fool's gay, and I'd be like, I don't care. But this one went.
What'd the internet tell you?
They said, grown man at Disneyland. Huh.
Dude, I've came to a conclusion, and this is obviously not even a crazy conclusion. People are just miserable.
Yeah.
People are miserable. You know what makes me laugh? The people who will just who will swipe by this, don't know who we are, whatever. I don't give a shit. Then they'll talk shit because we have the equipment and the possibility to have this even posted.
Yeah.
And you know what I think it is? I think they're just jealous that we have the power to say this and post this because they can too, but they don't have the equipment for it. So it's very performative of us to be able to do a podcast.
It's gonna be really funny if we actually deep dive and find out we're using performative wrong.
Oh, I think it's funnier. I think
it's even funnier.
I think it's more performative to use performative wrong, because in a performative society, they're gonna get all performative about it and they're gonna get all butthurt.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna comment, "Grown man talking about performative."
You know
How
what?
Performative.
You know what grown man, the grown man memes remind me of?
Huh.
Those TikToks where it's all number 68, what men give me the ick for, and it's drinking lemonade, and then the guy would screenshot it. And he goes to his notes and goes things men can't do. It's drink lemonade.
Yeah.
That's what I think grown men meme
Grown
is.
man. You know, the thing about Disney, I think I don't think there's a problem going to Disneyland no matter how old you are. But I feel like Disney adults is kind of where it's in that threshold of it's a little too much.
Oh, let me hit them with that.
And the Disney gangs as well.
The Disney gangs is so stupid. Disney adults are disgusting to me. I'm gonna just say that right now. I'm a grown ass man and I go to Disneyland. I never went to Disneyland growing up. I grew up in California all my life. Never went to Disneyland. Literally just talking about how my dad had to buy Nintendo 64 games from the pawn shop. I never went to Disneyland.
Grown man with a dad.
That grown man has a father figure. I grew up without my parents. My girl took me to Disneyland for the first time. I enjoyed it so much so where I'm I kind of want to see everything. I want to see everything, and then so I can finally be I went to Disneyland. Because you can't do everything one day. There's lines. The lines are ridiculous. And then I kind of want to see the seasons too. I hear Disneyland Christmas is perfect, beautiful. Yeah. My favorite time is Christmas. I'm I want to go see it. Fuck it.
Grown man
likes Christmas.
Grown man's favorite time of the year is Christmas.
I love Christmas, dude.
How performative.
All right, but you get me? You get me? Then just seeing grown man at Disneyland. By the one that pisses me off when they go, grown man, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm just bro. I'm how miserable are you with your own life that you need to have the need to comment that, because it's It's like, bro, like,
But you know,
are you like insecure? Like, who cares?
we're screwing ourselves up because
Why?
if this, let's just randomly say this video fucking blows up.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like, grown men, by the way, talking about this.
Yeah, grown men talking about how grown men talking about grown men and how performative it is. All right,
It's very performative of them
that's
doing
very
that.
performative. Yeah, God forbid they're an incel.
All right, end it with Dave Chappelle.
Anyways, we started with Dave Chappelle. I'll end with Dave Chappelle. The thing about the internet, it's not a real fucking place. This has been Until Next Time.
You see.